Okay, as promised, I'm going to show you how to tape down cables appropriately. We want to be sure that you're using gaffer's tape and no other kind of tape. Gaffer's tape will not leave a mark on furniture, and it doesn't rip up the carpet like other kinds of tapes can. There's nothing worse or more embarrassing than when you see someone just rip up a whole section of carpet. It, believe me, makes all the court staff really angry, and you end up having to pay for carpet for the courthouse. Okay, so gather your cables, line them up, and tack them down. Now you want to make kind of a long piece of tape to tack them down, and you want to apply that perpendicular to the cable run so that it's square. If it's not square, it'll pull. See how it's pulling up? You don't want them pulling up like that. Second, you will have a friend, if you can, pull the cables tight, apply another perpendicular tape, and then last you want to do one that's parallel. Do a couple little parallel ones along the length of the uncovered area. Now this isn't sufficient by itself. We have to cover it again with a longer length of gaffer's tape. So you do first one side, then the other side, and you want to make sure you press it down because people will be vacuuming and walking and stubbing their toe on these things, and you really want it just to be permanent while you're there. You don't want anything sticking up, so make some last minute adjustments. I hope you left some slack in the cables, like 2 feet of slack for VGA and power cables in case you need to go back. Now, there is a trick to taking it off as well. If you rip up the cables just like this, the tape will wrap around the cables and it'll be almost impossible to take off. So hold down your cables and just pull it up. Get it the other way. Get it like this. It stays wrapped around your cable, and it's so hard to take off when you're dealing with long, long runs of tape. Last, be sure and ask court staff for permission to enter any areas that you're taping down, like the jury box or well area, and get their input and advice as to where they want the cables. You don't want the cables in a high traffic area or underneath any chairs, because if someone leans back on the VGA cable, it can pinch the cable, it can break the cable. If you wire this through a swinging door or something like that, it can pinch it or it can break it off. Part of your KeySue run every single day should be to test the cables and make sure everything's taped down, and in the morning when you start up your computer, you always make sure your signal is getting to all the different monitors. So keep an eye on this. The cables just get beat up like crazy in court. Thank you very much.